Hello there, Fit Pros. Come on in. I need you to sign in for me, comment, let me know that you're here, and say hello. I'm so excited to give this talk for you guys today. It's going to be super useful. So first, let me tell you what we're going to do today, and then I'm going to give you a little bit more information, and then we're going to dance. All right, so I was planning this talk and I was all gonna like talk about how, oh, we do this and we do that in the boot camp and blah, 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 blah. And then I was like, y'all, that is super, super boring, right? Nobody needs to know what we do in the boot camp. Like they need to know what they're going to get out of it. And I just pivoted. I just said, you know what? I like to give a show that gets these people a win. I want every single show for you guys to be getting so much out of it. I want you to walk away from watching the show with some information that helps you make more money or helps you, make more impact with your people or be more successful as a fitness instructor or a personal trainer or a human being, right? So it's really important to me that you walk away with a win. So I just completely pivoted and I said, you know what? I'm going to give the 3 biggest pieces of information that we learn from the boot camp. I'm going to go ahead and give like an abbreviated quick version of those today so that you guys can walk away with some information so that even if you don't do the boot camp, you're able to take that and go, I connected with that and here's what I'm taking away from that. And I can really use that in this new business that I've created. So that's what we're going to do today. I'm going to tell you exactly what are the biggest things that we learn in the boot camp that you can use right now in your business. So that's what I want. That's what we are going to do today. And what I need for you guys to do right now is to post in the comments. Let me know that you're here. Give me your hearts and fire. The first 3 people, the first 3 that post right now, giving me some hearts and some fire emojis and all the encouragement and stuff, I'm going to give you registration into the boot camp for free. So Lonnie is here. She will take down exactly who the first 3 were. I see a heart coming across the screen. All right. So give me your hearts and fire and let's get you registered into the boot camp for free. I love it. That makes me so happy. You guys, you need to give me more hearts and fire. Like, I feel like I'm going to cry when I see them. It makes me so happy when I see your hearts and fire coming across the screen. So first 3 people that do the hearts and fire are going to get the registration. I see 2. So there's still 1 more up for grabs. While you guys are doing that, we are going to dance. Are you ready for this? It's the Fit Pro Show, you guys. So if you don't know, this is the show I created for you to get you fitness industry business information, to get you all of the resources to help you build your business, to get you connection to each other. This is the Fit Pro Show. It's the Fat Pro Show. Heart, fire. Andrew, you're already in the boot camp for free because you're one of my accelerators. I am so hyped about the boot camp. It's going to be so good, you guys. Come on in, whether you are watching on Facebook or on YouTube Live. You can still comment. I'll see all your comments. I see everything through StreamYard. It's my favorite piece of music, y'all. That's royalty-free music. That is royalty-free music done right. So that song was given to me by Muscle Mixes, and it is a royalty-free song. I can use it. It is in their library. It's called Rise Up, and I think it's a really great example because, man, that song gets stuck in my head. So even though it's royalty-free, it's not a popular song that's from the radio. We all talk about how royalty-free music can be kind of meh. They've really stepped up the game and they really have some good stuff in there. All right, you guys. So let's talk about it. what are the 3 biggest things that my boot campers take away and use in order to build their businesses? Number 1, and I'm going to do these kind of in terms of quotes that people come and quote back to me. I think that's kind of fun, and it's also really exemplary of what you guys are taking away from this. So the number 1 thing that gets quoted back to me that I hear you guys saying that is so super useful is it's about connection, not perfection, right? So if you've been watching the show for a while, you've heard me talk about the fact that Peloton and Beachbody, Les Mills On Demand, and all of these big box offerings that have really high production value, those are not your competitor. You don't even need to be thinking about those products, right? So we get all in our head about the production value, about, the background of our videos, about, our makeup, our wardrobe. We get all in our heads about all these things, and we think that we can't charge money for our product because we are not Beachbody or Peloton and aren't on demand, right? We don't have that oh my gosh, I was watching Les Mills the other day, and they have these huge screens that are like some kind of digital screen, and they show images, and they have these bubbles, and the bubbles are floating, and then the bubbles have like stuff in them, and it's almost to the point where their backgrounds are so beautiful that it could almost be seen as distraction. So we're never going to compete with that, right? The good news is that those offerings are a certain business model, and they only work if that business model works. They have to have 100,000, 200,000, 1 million subscribers to make that business model work. That is not what you're going for. In your business, you guys, I was thinking about it the other day. I was thinking really hard about the income potential for fitness instructors and personal trainers, and especially for fitness instructors, because there are a lot of coaches out there that work with personal trainers, but I'm kind of the only one that's really specializing in fitness instructors, or I'm one of the only ones. So I was thinking really hard about fitness instructors. And of course, I've been an instructor for 26 years. If you were to just do monthly subscription or just do classes, you need 50 to 100 people in your subscription to make like 10 times more than you did at the gym last year. So if you get 50 people in your monthly subscription and they're working out with you regularly, you are going to like 10x what you made last year, and you're going to like bajillion x what you invested in the boot camp, right? Beachbody, Peloton, those guys, they could not survive on 50 to 100. So the thing that you have to offer is connection. The thing that you have to offer is relationship with your people. You don't have those big graphics with the bubbles, but you do have yourself. So think about this. Think about the last time you had to change hairdressers. How hard was that for you, right? Think about the last time. A lot of us had this experience because of COVID. Your favorite diner closes down, and how hard is it for you to find like a new little haunt that you want to go to? That is what you are to your people, right? You're that connection. You're that hometown diner. And then you might also be somebody who can really take them by the hand and lead them through a specific journey, maybe a specific transformation or a specific time in their lives, or a specific maybe like their beginning, and you're taking them to, anyways, you're the one that can come beside them and take them by the hand and lead them. Beachbody and Peloton are not equipped to do that. They're equipped to deliver these over-the-top workouts that are awesome to people who are already working out. So you have so many options in terms of what you could offer and the way that you could offer it that will allow you to stand out from Beachbody and Peloton, as well as from the next personal trainer or instructor that's down the street. So what you do, Andy, I see your question. I'm going to message that to you. What you do have and what you can do is you can, I'm trying to find my place in my notes here, is that you can connect. You can connect on a deeper level, on a more meaningful level, on a more effective level in a lot of ways. Now let's talk about something else. And I know that some of you guys have heard me say this a few times. That's okay. The traditional fitness industry model. So the big boxes that are putting workouts out there for the, I have been distractible this week, you guys. Okay, so the traditional fitness industry model, the big boxes that are putting out the online workouts, as well as 24-hour fitness, Gold's Gym, all of those guys, there's still so much of the market that is out there and not working out, not taking part in a gym membership, not doing anything. And a lot of them feel disenfranchised by the traditional fitness industry model. So they may have a specific injury that prevents them from participating in a lot of what goes on at the gym. And it also might prohibit them from participating in those big box online offerings. They might have immunocompromised issues. They might have a specific diagnosis. And these are things that we could really grab onto and serve in a different way that is not even on the big box radar. So let's say that you've got a dad that has MS and you helped him stay healthy through his journey through that, right? And plus you're a fitness instructor and plus you've got 10 years of experience and whatever else it is that makes you awesome. You could take those things and you could really make those into an online fitness offer that connects with other people who are going through that same journey, and you could serve them more efficiently, more effectively. And now you are no longer bound by geography because you are online. So you're able to find a bigger audience. Oh, and I love that, Andy. Andy says the way I look at it is that we are there to serve. All of us have a special type of person that yes, 100%. That is so much better said than I could even say it. So you guys, it's about connection. It's not about perfection. And we don't have to get hung up on what our room looks like or what our wardrobe looks like. Now, during the boot camp, we do a whole day on settings, on the logistics of your videos. So we have a day and it is so much fun, y'all. If you have taken the boot camp, tell me how much fun this is. I know you guys love this part. We actually put up little walkthrough videos of our space, or we'll put up photos of our space, and then we'll allow critiques. So we just help each other make suggestions on what could make that space better. So I go into my dining room and I show how I move out all the furniture of the dining room and I make it into kind of a yoga studio for when I teach yoga. And then I show you guys all kinds of other things that you can do. And then people will put up a picture and I'll say, hey, your room is great. What if you turned and did it this way so that the light is better on your face? Or what if you got that dog kennel out of the way so it wasn't seen on camera? So it's like these things that you don't even think of that improve your space so much. And that really does help give people a lot of confidence in their space. We'll talk about wardrobe. We'll talk about, I've got a video that I put in there that if you want to watch it, you can, where I actually show how I do my makeup sometimes when I do yoga. I don't actually wear makeup these days when I do yoga, but if you are interested in wearing makeup when you teach, I show some great tips that I've learned from guests that I've had on the show, things that'll keep it on and make it look natural and that sort of thing. So we do all the things around setting up your video, making you feel more comfortable teaching out of your house or out of your studio. I've had people who teach in their church. They use the stage at the church. So there's so many different options, and you just get so many ideas from the other boot campers when you do the boot camp. So that's a little bit about connection, not perfection, a little bit of the piece of that we learn. And I think that you can take away from that the idea that the offering that we are putting out there as online fitness instructors and personal trainers is very different than the other things that are out there. And so we don't have to get caught up about production value. It's about serving individuals. It's about me as an individual serving other individuals, and it's about you as an individual serving other individuals. Tell me what questions you got about that one before we move on. That's so true. Seeing other people's setups is so much fun. Should men consider wearing makeup? I don't even wear makeup anymore these days when I teach yoga. So, if you really want to, I'm not opposed, but I just don't find it necessary. When you're teaching, you're so far backed up from the camera. And there's a setting in Zoom that will put a little makeup on your face if you're interested. But yeah, I don't worry about it. Okay, so let's see. I'm looking through to make sure. So Tanya, I would love to hear more about that. So Tanya said, no, I'm not feeling equipped to stand out. Did that piece help at all? And I'd love to hear more about that. Maybe if you're not comfortable putting it here, just DM me and I'd love to talk with you and explore that a little bit further. Okay, so I've got one other, I thought I was done with that point, but I do have one other little thing that I wrote here that I want to mention to you guys. And that is the idea that people are going to come in and pay for access to you. That is why people hire you as an online fitness instructor or personal trainer. They are not paying you because you're a bar person or because they saw you somewhere on the internet and you're like some anonymous person and they thought that it was good. They're paying for access to you and for that secret sauce that you provide. And I'm going to teach you in the Sellout Your Online Workout Bootcamp more about building community and then allowing some of that community to self-select into your paid offers. So there's a path to creating an online workout that is profitable, that includes serving some community for the F word, free. But what we'll say about that is that you're building a community, and that's a great thing, and you get to serve and nurture them, but that not all of them will come into your paid offers, and that's okay. That is great. But they start to sense that you've got something different, that the way that you talk is what they want to be a part of, right? That the way that you show up is something they want to be a part of. And then they self-select into your offers. And that's kind of the marketing method that I teach for my accelerators and for my boot campers. It's also very rewarding, very rewarding. So you are just constantly creating that connection. And I wanted to give a little example. Let me see if I can find this. It might take me a second. Let me see. I was just sending an old video to a new subscriber because she didn't get to do, I don't think I have it up. She didn't get to do yoga with me today. And so I was looking at this video that I sent her, and it was like the most hideous thing. And I thought, man, if I can get subscribers and I come on camera looking the way I do, and it's me doing yoga is not the most camera ready thing in the world. Do you guys remember the Chris Farley movie where he's like, I'm not camera ready? And he's talking about how I can't remember. Anyways, off on a tangent. I was not camera ready that day. I did that video, but man, I still have subscribers and we still have an awesome time doing yoga because we are a community and because they are paying for my secret sauce and access to me. And it's about connection and not perfection. Okay, so let's move on. The second lesson that you will take away from the boot camp, one of the biggest things that I think you can understand as a new business owner in general. I mean, truly, probably number one biggest thing that I would hope that you understand as a new business owner is that you cannot propose marriage on the first date. Have you ever known one of those couples that met and got married like super, super quickly, or, you know, that he proposed like right away, right? It's a little worrisome at times. It's also a method if you were dating and you did that, it's very off-putting, right? It's just not. Let's go back. Let's do this. You ever just trolling along on Facebook, doing your thing, having a good time, or on Instagram, and then all of a sudden some stranger slides up into your DMs and they're like, hey, how are you? We're both part of the blah, blah, blah group. By the way, if anybody ever does that from Fit Pros Connect, let me know because I will cancel them. And so they say, we're both part of the blah, blah, blah group. And I want to hear about your business, or how long have you been a fit pro, or what's your favorite part about teaching fitness, and like what they're really doing. Like you can smell it 100 miles away. What they're really doing is they're about to sell you, right? They're about to sell you like some coaching program or some kind of like a business opportunity, right? So that would be an example of somebody who's trying to sell to somebody they have not created a relationship with. People buy, whether it's online fitness, whether it's business opportunities, whether it's coaching, whether it is products, whatever it is, people buy from people they know, like, and trust. There is no point, 0 point. I'm frozen. Are you good? Am I frozen for you guys? I'm frozen here. Was I frozen for a second? Snakes in the grass. I love that. Okay. So there is 0 point in you trying to go make an offer to people who don't know, like, and trust you. So in the boot camp, what we do is we go through this whole lesson about who's in your ecosystem, and then how warm are they? And then based on how warm are they, should you go and make an offer to them? Is it okay to make an offer? And what you're going to walk away with is knowing exactly who it's okay to go ahead and make an online fitness offer to, because it's really important, you guys, that you start making an income in your business immediately. New businesses live or die on cash flow. Small businesses live or die on cash flow. If you try to go into business and you think you are going to spend 3 months just ramping up or thinking about it, or creating your logo and your website and blah, 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 nope. You're not. You have to start serving your people first. And so I'm going to tell you exactly how to identify the people that it's okay to make an offer to, so that you can start serving some customers and learning about how you are going to build this business based on the people that you serve. Does that make sense? It's so much more helpful, y'all, it's so much more useful. It's so much more productive than just throwing spaghetti at the wall. and hoping something sticks, putting a million marketing messages out there and just hoping somebody responds, or constantly posting in Facebook, constantly making these videos and not sure if anybody's watching. I'm going to show you exactly how to identify who you can go ahead and make an offer to, and then you can start serving them. Now you have something to grab onto and structure your business around, because you're actually serving the people that you want to be serving. And now you start to know how to find more of them. So that is number two. Number two is do not propose marriage on the first date. Do not be going out there trying to sell to people who do not know, like, and trust you. Do not be trying to grow a cold audience, not knowing how you are going to warm them up so that you can make an offer to them. All right, the other piece of that is that we're going to talk about, I said that there's warm. I said that you've got this whole ecosystem and that only some of them are warm. If the center were warm and then all of these other people that are out on the peripheral are more cold, what do we do to grow that warm circle? And what do we do to make that cold circle bigger and start to bring them to the middle? So we talk about all of those things, and I can't go into all of that today. But what I want you to walk away from today is that you cannot propose marriage to your cold people. You have to warm them up so that they know, like, and trust you. All right, number 3, you guys. So the last thing I want to talk about today is pricing. And I know, you guys, there are so many of us who are still hung up on pricing. It is the biggest question out there. It is the biggest thing that we get in our heads about. It is probably the biggest thing that stops us from creating these businesses or from moving forward. So let's talk about pricing. So what I see fitness pros do is they get an online offer in place. Now, what we all did when COVID first started is we started teaching for free, right? Because we needed to be serving our people as much as they needed us to serve them. And so it was kind of this natural thing that we were just like, and I did it too, just started groups and started serving people. Then we got a few months into it, and a lot of us were like, this sucks, right? When you aren't making any money and you're having to show up 3, 4, 5, 6 times a week, and maybe you're taking donations and maybe you're watching those donations dwindle, or, you're really trying to strategize on how to go from free to fee and you just don't know what to do. That was kind of the first piece, is that we all just went online and we didn't worry about like what the payment plan was going to be. And then the natural progression from that was that we started charging per session. And then it was, what do we charge per session? And then everybody goes like this, what will they pay? What will they pay, right? And that is natural, but it's not the way businesses work. So we're going to talk instead about pricing models and what works and what doesn't work. So we don't want to price based on what they will pay, because that's not how people buy. That's not how your customers buy these products. They buy based on what they get out of it. So I see people getting hung up on what will they pay. I see people using competition pricing. So they look around and they say, what are the other trainers in my area charging? What are the other instructors in my area charging? Well, I'm going to charge something similar, right? They might say, and let me tell you what the problem is with competition pricing. So have you noticed that in the last 15 to 20 years, you as an instructor or a trainer made no more money than you did 15 or 20 years ago, right? All of the gyms were doing competition pricing with each other. So until we started getting into where boutique fitness centers were opening, all of the big box gyms and all of the smaller family centers were doing competition pricing, which means everybody's racing to the bottom, right? Well, they're charging $85 a month. I'm going to charge $83 a month. Well, I'm going to charge $80 a month. And then everybody's racing to the bottom, thinking they're going to make it up on volume, but that's not going to happen. We'll talk about that in a second. And so in the meantime, the fitness instructors and the fit pros that were working were the ones that were not making any money. I mean, owners weren't making any money either. Nobody was making money, right? Everybody was racing to the bottom. That's the problem with competition pricing, period, end of story. Volume pricing. So a lot of us will do this. We'll say, okay, I'm going to charge $4 a class. That's, I feel like that's what they'll pay. And that's what I'm going to do. And then we'll go, if I got 100 people in class, that's $400 a class. So tell me when the last time you had 100 people in class was, in person or online. It's unrealistic. That's the model that works for Beachbody and Peloton, is that volume play, right? They are charging a little, they're giving a huge product, and then they have to have like 100,000 people subscribed in order to make it work. It works for them because they have this huge over-the-top product, because they're able to put all the money into marketing and research and development and backgrounds. That's not what we're doing. So we have to do value-based pricing. And so we'll talk a lot more in the bootcamp about different pricing models and when they work and when they don't work. So you'll come away with a more solid idea of how you should price your offer and what that price should be. All right. I want to talk about one other thing. So one of the reasons that we talk about volume pricing and that we are really drawn to that idea of volume pricing, where you get to charge just a little and then you think you're going to make it up by putting 100 people into your class, which isn't going to, I won't go there right now. One of the reasons we're drawn to that is because it feels comfortable, right? It feels really comfortable to be able to go out there and be like, hey, pay $3 a class. It's just $3 a class. And our lizard brain, that primitive piece of us that tries to keep us safe and tries to keep us from doing anything that's too far out on a limb, feels like, oh yeah, that feels good. Like nobody's gonna criticize me. Nobody's going to make fun of me. Nobody's going to say, who is she to teach, blah, blah, blah. It's just $3. It's safe. It's safe. We're going to talk all about mindset and lizard brain. So I do 2 bonus sessions at the end of bootcamp. Bootcamp officially kind of ends on Friday. I'm going to teach 2 mindset lessons over the weekend on Saturday and Sunday, and we are going to talk about lizard brain. We are going to kick lizard brain in the face and get rid of it. Maybe not for good. It's a lifelong battle, but you're going to get some really solid tools and resources and information. So we do mindset at the end of bootcamp, and it's huge, y'all. As fitness instructors, as personal trainers, as this layer of us. So if we looked at the fitness industry and you've got executives, and you go down, and it's kind of like this middle to bottom income layer of the fitness of the fitness community. How many of you guys have been working a full-time job to support your career in the fitness industry? That is a mindset thing, you guys. We have allowed that to happen to ourselves, and that is pitiful. So that is one of the things that we look at. Mindset is just huge. It's huge for all of us, and we've gotten to this place where we're not even looking at it, and we're not even bringing ourselves out of that. So We're going to talk about it and we're going to work on it, and it is going to be fire. You will get so much out of it. Okay, so those are the 3 biggest lessons plus the mindset and bonus stuff that you are going to take away from the boot camp. And hopefully you got some actionable information today just out of what we've talked about in this 35 minutes. But there is so much more. We're going to do bonus sessions. We're going to have Denise from Muscle Mixes on. We're going to talk about insurance. We're going to talk about all the logistics stuff. I've got a few guests in mind that I haven't invited yet, but I'm going to plan on inviting somebody about websites, somebody about maybe some marketing stuff. We've got the music stuff. So many bonus sessions go on during the boot camp. You guys, it is so good. It will change your life. You will walk away with so much information. All right, so the last thing that I want to do here is I want to invite you once again to give me some hearts and fire. And the first 2, I've got 2 more free registrations for the boot camp. So stick the hearts and fire in there, you guys, and let me register you for the boot camp for free. So give me the hearts and fire. Let me register you for the boot camp for free. Get them in there. Let's do this. And then also, y'all, I have some Clubhouse invites, which I know have been it's been hard to get a Clubhouse invite these days. So I have 4 in my account that I can give away. And so what I'm going to ask you to do is just click on my profile picture and then message me, because here's what I have to have for Clubhouse in order to be able to invite you. I need your phone number because I have to put it into my contacts list physically. And then Clubhouse looks at my contacts list, and then I can select you and send you the invite. So if you are interested in that Clubhouse invite, message me your phone number. Whether you are, this is not a ploy to get your phone number. I'm not going to text you or anything like that, I promise. So even if you're watching in the replay, because I think that everybody that's watching live might already be on Clubhouse. So even if you're watching in the replay, go ahead and just check with me and see if I've given those away, and I will definitely send those to you. I'm trying to find one more thing that I wanted to go over with you guys. So let me do this. There we go. Okay, so that is the bonus sessions. That's the giveaway of the registrations. That is the Clubhouse invites. Accountability. If you are already in the boot camp, you've probably gotten an email about this, but let me talk about it really quickly before I sign off here. So if you are already registered for the boot camp, you can invite your whole sub list, right? Invite all of the instructors that you know. But if you have 2 people that come in and say, hey, Gina invited me, I will refund your registration for the boot camp. So you'll get boot camp for free if you bring in 2 people. And then plus you're going to be teamed up with those people, and you're going to make kind of an accountability team for each other to ensure that you're getting maximum results out of that time that we're going to spend together next week. So if you're already registered for the boot camp, get in and invite everybody on your sub list and all of your instructor friends, especially the ones that you want on your accountability team, and get them registered. And then if you have 2 people that say that you referred them, I will refund your registration, and then you got your buddies in there, and we are ready to go. So that's what I want to tell you about the accountability. Oh, and the person who refers the most, should have led with this. The person who refers the most accountability partners, the most friends into the boot camp, will get the 12 months for the Muscle Mixes app. So we've got another Muscle Mixes app, 12 months, that we're going to give away. And the person who refers the most people into the boot camp will get that 12 months on the Muscle Mixes app. So, all right, you guys, that is what I have got for you today. You guys, this show is simulcast in Facebook and in YouTube. So if you are watching in Facebook, give me a little hearts and fire. Let me know that you're here. Thank you for being here. If you found this useful, I really do appreciate the likes. It tells Facebook that I'm giving you useful information, and then Facebook shows it to more people. So it's really important. That's why I'm constantly asking you to engage. It's so that you're telling Facebook that I'm doing something that you're appreciating and it's really cool. So it helps more fitness professionals like you find this content. Now, if you are on YouTube, I would appreciate a like and a subscribe. Please subscribe so that you get notifications. Hit the little bell and make sure you're getting notified every time I come on live. Every Tuesday at 2 o'clock, we do this, but go ahead and subscribe. And that will help you and help ensure you that you always see the new content as it's coming out. We will continue this conversation at 3 o'clock on Clubhouse. If you are there, get on over there, and I will talk to you guys then. Thank you for being here, for your hearts and fire and your energy, and I love you guys. I will see you soon. All right.